On Herc, it's not the first time that Memo has been that guy in this moment for this team, and it seems like it's very much the World Cup Herc that brings the best out of him.
And it's crazy to think that this is his 5th World Cup and he's only played 3. This is only the 3rd World Cup he's played because his moments are so massive in World Cups. He comes out every 4 years. Sure, stellar club career, but nobody around the world will say, oh yeah, look what he did in America. Look what he did when he was in Ligue 1 at Casio or Malaga sitting the bench. It's the World Cup. It's when he comes out. You saw it against Neymar in Brazil. You saw it against Croatia. You saw it in Russia against Germany. You're seeing it now again against Robert Lewandowski stopping a penalty kick. You can see the stats right there. Last time Mexico stopped a penalty kick, Oscar Bonfiglio, 1930. I mean, Seb, you were a teenager back then. You remember that.
Oh, boy. You know what's great about this is that this is also, I mean, the big knock on Memo is he doesn't come out, right? He's not aggressive off his line. The other knock on Memo is he's not very good, Herc, at penalties. And so for him to make this save against this player in this moment, a great stat from Mr. Chip, it's the first time, Herc, in World Cup history that one captain has saved a penalty from another captain.
It's even more insane when you looked at the last 9 that he's faced. He's not saved for Mexico. And that club and country, there's like something of over 25 penalty kicks that he's not been able to put out the back of net. But it's who he blocks. It's Robert Lewandowski, and look at Robert Lewandowski's penalty kicks, the last 10. And it's how, the moment. The most massive of moments, the World Cup stage with the whole world watching. It's San Memo. It's Memo Ochoa. Again, being the hero for Mexico. You asked me before the tournament who needs to have the biggest tournament.
Yes.
What did I say?
You said Memo Ochoa.
Yeah. Because this is what he can do, and this is who he is.
Yeah. So I'm thinking here about just kind of like the all-time Mexico goalies, right? And I think Memo Ochoa is in the conversation for the greatest of all time. Does this somehow, this performance, now a 3rd World Cup where he's stolen the show, take him up that ranking, or maybe put him atop it for you?
He's the best.
We put out a request for questions. Somebody said, where is FMF going to build his statue now? They should just name the hall after him at this point.
So when you take into account Jorge Campos and that 3rd Best Goalkeeper of the Year award he won, you factor in goals that he scored in Liga MX. There's nothing wrong with playing in Liga MX. I played in Liga MX, but the world will not remember you for Liga MX. The world will remember you for the World Cups.
And the world remembers him, knows him. Like our social media team put out a picture of him before the World Cup, and people from all over the world comment, that guy's going to be big. Ochoa.
They recognized him in 2014 when it was Memo versus Neymar.
Yeah.
Got the best of Neymar.
Yeah.
They recognized him in 2018 versus Germany. They will recognize him now against Poland and Robert Lewandowski. He is that player. He comes out every 4 years and reminds everybody, I'm that goalkeeper.
You put him above Jorge Campos?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Carvajal, the legendary. I mean, this is from another
Tota?
era. Yeah.
I mean, the
the
ball was brown. The ball was brown.
So modern era, he's the best Mexican goalie of all time?
All time. All time.
Okay.
I mean, he's got 5 World Cups to his name, and he comes out every single World Cup that he has played. I don't know how you can make a case that it's not Memo Ochoa. I mean, people get confused and they blur colors, and you're anti-Americanista or you're pro-Americanista, and that comes into play with the Mexican national team. He's the most recognizable figure on the international stage in modern history.
We kind of scoffed when he said
international stage with Mexico. Because look, I'm wearing an Hugo Sanchez playera right now, and he's the best club player Mexico's ever produced. But when you talk about World Cup moments, I mean, I don't know who has more big World Cup moments than Memo Ochoa for Mexico.
We kind of scoffed at the idea, or at least I did a month ago when he talked about a 6th World Cup. It doesn't seem so outlandish after that, does it?
He's, what, 36 years old?
37.
37.
Yeah. Be 41 for the next one.
Talavera's 40 right now. He's the oldest player in the World Cup, his backup. So, and the next World Cup, by the way, is not 4 years away. It's 3.5.
3.5.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.